Hi everyone, welcome back or welcome if you are new here. Today we shall be talking about another pressing concern which many of us have faced already and some are still facing, and we do not talk about such things aloud. So yes, of course we suffer in silence, right? So here we'll be talking about such things, and yes, definitely the intensity may vary depending on person. So let us talk about codependency. Let us talk about self-doubt. Let us talk about overthinking. Let us talk about low self-esteem. Now all this self-sacrificing and all other emotions of such sort. Now these emotions may be, somewhat beneficial for another person, for the other person, but this of course is hurtful and painful, place to be in, right? So yes, we'll be addressing such emotions today and how to tackle it and how to overcome it in more practical approach. I feel it is necessary to address such emotions because firstly, most of the people, almost 80% of people don't realize that they have these traits. And second, now these are the traits which eventually result in toxic relationship, which we so like to call it presently. So yes, now before jumping straight into the solution as to what can be done, first we need to understand what these traits are, and we need to understand what are the root cause of these emotions. Now understand that all these emotions are like the branches of a same tree. Now when we get into the root of this tree, it is because of the lack of self-love somewhere. Now yes, I agree, there are quotes and posts and people preaching about self-love and stuffs like that, but hardly people talk about how do we do it, and moreover how we can implement it daily in our practical life. So yes, let us do it together. We are in this together. Let us talk about it and the measures that can be done to tackle this properly. Firstly, accepting yourself for who you are and stop comparing. I know it very well that almost everyone is saying and stressing over this very topic, and people might say that it's easier said than done, but how do we do it, right? So at least we can begin, right? Understand yourself, understand your actions, your emotions, understand your weaknesses and strength. Make your strength your armor, and your weaknesses, for your weaknesses you can always work on it, right? Is there any scope of improvement? Can I do anything for it? Instead of just sitting over it crying, feeling bad about it, and feeling that void inside you, do something to change, or transmute that energy into something else. It's okay if you do not know something, or if you're not good at something, even after trying you can at least learn some other thing to compensate it, right? There are so many things you can do, but instead of just sitting and crying and doing nothing, transmute that energy. Understand yourself, understand your emotions, understand what triggers you. When someone says anything, why do you feel bad? What is the reason that you feel insecure about that certain thing? Work over it and improve yourself. Always improve yourself. Understand your triggers and understand the response that you give. Understand yourself completely. Secondly, don't wait for another person to come and validate you for you to believe in yourself. Now this is deep. Just understand that even if some other person do not come and validate you for the point or for the trait, for the action you do, you just validate yourself, because you should believe in yourself that you are embodying that very thing. Sometimes happens that another person comes and says you are so trustworthy, I trust you so much, and then you feel good, and then only you realize that yes, I'm loyal. But instead you should know yourself so well that you should know that you are loyal even if that other person do not come and say you anything. This is how you compliment yourself. This is how you validate yourself. This is how you believe in yourself. Believe in yourself even if someone else does not come and validate that very point of yours. You should understand yourself so well. Make list of all your good traits, yes. And whenever you are feeling bad or sad about something that you do not have, see all the good aspect that you have and feel happy about it and embody that very moment. Your sadness, all your inferiority issue, will vanish just like that. Because you see, we have so many good traits, so just don't feel that you are not enough. My dear, you are more than enough. Just say good affirmations to yourself. Dress well and look at the mirror and say, damn, you're so beautiful. Don't look for any other person to come and say that you are beautiful, because you are beautiful anyway. Point number 3, learn to be present. Now, accept the situation for the way they are, not the way you think they are. Now, there's a difference. Sometimes our mind is creating stories about the situation that hasn't even happened, or the situation that has happened is completely different from what your mind is trying to fool you. We are so much into this BTS stuff, behind this stuff, or the motive behind the situation, when the incident actually is completely different from what is in our head. So don't be in your head, be present about it. Sometimes the story that is going in our head, or the story that we have created in our mind, is not at all in alignment with the incident that is actually happening, or the incident that has actually happened. You see how everything plays? The relationship that we have with ourselves is the building block for all our relationship that we develop with other people, including our friends and families, our relatives, our loved one, and of course our significant other. The relationship we have with ourselves, how we see ourselves, plays a key role in all other relationships. If we do not have a healthy relationship with our own self, how can we expect other person to have a healthy relationship with us? If we do not like some aspect of ourselves and we just sit and feel bad about it, how can we expect a person to come and completely like everything about us when you yourself are not comfortable about it? As rude as it may sound, yes my dear, this will definitely project in our relationship as a form of jealousy or some other negative emotion, so to speak of. So yes, there's always a chance of improvement, and we can always improve, we can always strive to become better in all our shallow aspect as well, because we definitely have good sides. Almost every individual have some good and bad points in them. So I request you to help yourself. Kindly do yourself a favor and help yourself out of this situation. And if you see anyone suffering from such emotions, please help them realize that this is not who they are. This is just their mind trying to fool them, and this is just their self-respect that is not allowing themselves to be completely present and completely happy. There are other negative aspects that people have, but that is for the other people. But these people who suffer are pure souls. They are very good individuals, but they themselves are, not happy about certain things, and they themselves are hurt because of some things which they really shouldn't care about. So please, I hope you do help other people and you do help yourself, and you come out of this situation and you overcome this fear that you have been carrying over for so long. So yes, with this we have come to the end of today's video. I really hope I was helpful to even some of you, and I was, successful in planting a little seed of realization within you. I really hope that you found this video informative. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for being here. Bye bye.